That's not really watering bonsai, it's giving it a bit of a spray. I suppose the human equivalent would be having a shower as opposed to having a drink. To have a drink, it has to come through the root system. Surely some can be absorbed through the foliage, but like a water to a thirsty person, nothing beats a glass. And a glass of water, or 3 glasses of water to a thirsty person, is perhaps what a dip in this beautiful old red Shequan pot is going to be to this rather neglected Ficus benjamina. Now, if you'd follow me in here, if I submerse this tree into the water, let's watch the bubbles rising to the top. And just imagine that you were standing there with a hose or a watering can all this time trying to get the water in. When the pot is finally soaked is when those bubbles stop rising to the top. And it could be longer than this program lasts today under certain circumstances. When a bonsai tree gets dry, if there's a peat moss or some water repellent element in a dry condition in the mix, it may not soak properly for 40 or 50 minutes. And I've even known trees to take 24 hours in a submersed position like that to get fully soaked. Watering is critical. You can't just give a miserly amount. Now, if we come back to the little Candy Bells fuchsia here, on the other hand, I've known of people keeping bonsai indoors and they water them in this way, just with a small amount. You can imagine that that is only going to penetrate a few millimeters into a dry potting mix. So a good soaking is absolutely important. Also, when you're watering, to use a hose is a good idea with a fogget nozzle, a nice spraying nozzle that gives an even tiny drop. And when you use that, you can also water underneath the foliage and eradicate a lot of the excessive insects that are there. Watering is critical to bonsai. When you soak a pot like this, and this one is starting to get soaked, let's imagine now that those bubbles that are rising to the top are doing so at an increasingly slow rate, and it might be another 2 or 3 minutes till that's fully soaked. But what happens, you water the pot, you fully soak it, let's even dip this one in here to get a bit of water, then as it drips out of the hole in the bottom, first of all, the water going into the pot fills up all the pockets and pores in the medium with water, forcing out all the old oxygen. Then, as it drips out of the drainage hole at the bottom, then fresh oxygen is drawn into the pot. And the roots not only need water, they need oxygen too. So don't be miserly with watering. Give your plants a really good soaking, and watering is really the art of bonsai. Regrettably, you have a better teacher than me for that, and that's your trees. Watch your trees and they'll teach you what they need when it comes to watering.